2005 was the year the UK music charts broke. It was a bizarre transitional moment where the digital revolution was colliding with the old school industry. This was the year a mobile phone ringtone, the Crazy Frog, somehow defeated Coldplay to claim the #1 spot for a month. The gatekeepers were losing their grip, but the major labels were fighting back. The era of the pop Goliath. We had Madonna reinventing herself with the global smash Hung Up. While the Sugar Babes reached their commercial peak with Push the Button. Over in the US, the Pussycat Dolls were being launched as a multi-million-dollar global franchise with Don't Ya. This wasn't just music, it was a corporate machine, polished to a blinding high-definition shine. The variety was massive. Even the King was back. Elvis Presley broke chart records 28 years after his death, claiming the 1000th UK #1 as his estate re-released his entire catalogue to a brand new generation. And then there was the new juggernaut. The X Factor was moving into its second season, turning unknown singers into overnight icons. The industry was already clearing the path for its next chosen star, Shane Ward, to take the guaranteed Christmas throne. The charts felt like a closed shop, a place where every slot was bought, paid for and predicted months in advance. But right in the middle of this commercial storm, squeezed between the pop princesses, the X Factor stars and the ghost of Elvis, were two lads from Leamington Spa running a record label out of a spare room.
This year's Christmas #1, all sorts of predictions are lurking around. Will it be Westlife or Crazy Frog or the winner of the X Factor? But one new frontrunner is a completely unknown group called Nizlopi. Now, these are two young guys who've been making music together since they were 13, and their first single has caused a huge stir. It's actually made grown men cry in our office, I kid you not. And it's all about how one of them, Luke, used to be picked up at school by his builder dad in a JCB, and it's called, obviously enough, JCB Song.
Nizlopi were the ultimate anomaly. No major label backing, no reality TV hype, just a double bass, an acoustic guitar, and a DIY folk hop sound they'd been honing on the local pub circuit.
God knows, but she gets to me. I'm Colonel Mustard with the horn in the refectory. Laughter and laughter, no destiny. You ride a bike and read real, cause so it's meant to see love. You know, I'm just glad to be singing. Because yesterday I was as blue as George Galloway investing
and it became a cult, didn't it? I mean, you emailed it to some friends and they passed it on and they passed it on, and
here you are.
Now you're heading for
well,
#1.
You're 9-2 to be #1, so you're second favourite currently to be #1. The first favourite is whoever wins the X Factor. Your second favourites. What do you think? What are the chances of it?
We think that now we've been on Richard and Judy, we're going to be playing.
I'm afraid that's actually killed your career.
On December 18th, they did the unthinkable. They rumbled past the global giants to become the #1 band in the country.
Anthem that has taken the UK sales chart by storm. It's gone straight in at #1 this weekend, but can they hold on for Christmas? Please welcome Nizlopi!
This next band have written a song just about a digger, but it's full of beauty and charm. Give it up for Nizlopi.
It was the moment the UK charts turned digital and the gatekeepers lost control to a simple, heart-wrenching story about a yellow digger and a boy named Luke.
Well, I'm rumbling in this JCB. I'm 5 years old, my dad's a giant sitting beside me, and the engine rattles my bum like berserk while we're singing, don't forget your shovel if you want to go to work. My dad's probably had a bloody hard day, but he's been good fun and bubbling and joking way. And the procession of cars stuck behind are getting all impatient and angry, but we don't mind. We're holding up the bypass. Oh, me and my dad having a top laugh. Oh, whoa, sitting on the toolbox. Oh, and I'm so glad I'm not in school, boss. So glad I'm not in school. Oh no.
To understand why JCB's song connected with millions, you have to understand where it came from. It wasn't written to be a hit. It was written as a thank you letter. Luke Concannon wrote it about his father, a local musician and a man who, to a 5-year-old Luke, felt like a literal giant. The song captures a specific raw memory. Luke was bullied at school, feeling small and overwhelmed by the world. His escape wasn't a superhero or a movie. It was his dad's work. Sitting up high in that yellow cab, the bullies disappeared.
I had a loving family, but my experience of the world was like, are people this mean? Well, the kids were beating me up, the teachers were beating me up, because I was different, I suppose, dyslexic and all that. I was just like, God, this sucks. So yeah, you're right. There was a lot of dreaming, and it's probably why I ended up being a songwriter, because I spent a lot of time imagining things.
It's a universal feeling of finding sanctuary that gave this song its legs. It was a cultural lightning strike, proving that a raw, vulnerable story could cut through the plastic pulse of the mid-2000s. But whilst the industry expected Nizlopi to churn out a JCB Part 2, Luke and John had other plans.
Nizlopi were an underground, independent act. We were pretty fierce. Like, we said no to major record label deals because we wanted to do our own thing. We were inspired by independent artists that put skill and integrity and their art and what they wanted to say above being, celebrities or big, hugest things in the world. I've not got anything against being massive, Bob Marley, Ed Sheeran, whoever, like massive artists, fair play to you, but it wasn't what we were looking for. I want to make great work and I want it to be heard. I don't care if it's underground or overground, just as long as it reaches enough people to be worth my while to do all of this work.
Yeah, all right. So basically, we've seen his life story unfolding.
Exactly.
And that was her name, Nizlopi.
Nina Nizlopi was a wonderful girl at school. She was Warwickshire gymnast champion in 1994. And I did kind of love her.
Did she love you back?
I think she kind of did, but I was a bit too shy.
They refused to be pigeonholed as a novelty act.
Nizlopi, a.k.a. Luke and John there. Why aren't they naked? I thought they were going to be... Why have you got clothes on, Nizlopi? I thought you were going to go naked.
That was just a rumour. That was started by you, I think.
They leaned further into their folk hop roots, touring relentlessly, releasing second album, Make It Happen.
Well, it's a folk hip-hop album. But
folk hip-hop?
Yeah. So
excellent.
Like I say, it's that combination of sounds of music that we love. There's musicians from Senegal, there's jazz musicians, there's the poet Benjamin Zephaniah from Lincoln, there's rappers, and there's our songs, which are from the heart, honest, soul, folk hip-hop.
Luke's writing became more political and more soulful.
And in my heart, I felt before I went on, I was like, I've got to use this opportunity. Like I wanted to say, it was 2005. I wanted to say, bring our troops home from Iraq. Do what you feel is right. Trust what you feel is right. My soul, my heart was saying, there's something bigger than your little career here. You've got to say something. You've got to stand up for the fact that we're in this sort of racist imperial war in Iraq that is, that led to the Syrian refugee crisis, that led to ISIS, that led to a lot of the crisis we see now in the world, but I was too scared to do it.
They stayed true to the DIY ethos of Leamington, playing festivals and intimate venues where the connection with the crowd was more important than the position on the charts. It was during this era of gritty, high-energy touring their influence began to take root in the next generation. Whilst mainstream was looking for the next X Factor, a teenage songwriter was watching Nizlopi from the side. A teenage roadie from Suffolk saw a blueprint. Watching from the sidelines, a young Ed Sheeran was learning how this duo's rhythmic, percussive energy could fill an arena without a single drum kit. Nizlopi's reign at the top was short, but for the future of British music, it was the spark that changed everything.
Luke Concannon is my childhood hero. I grew up listening to him. I went on tour with him, doing guitar tech and learned everything there is to know about performing, writing songs, singing, playing guitar, everything. And I just owe a large amount of my career to him. So being able to share a bill with him is a very special thing for me.
Had any strange fans stalking?
Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was like a really super intense fan back in the day. Like he would just like be like coming up after games, like, oh, I want to rap battle you.
Ed would also feature as their opening act on occasion, and in the words of John, Ed opened for us and he had the crowd palm of his hand.
I'm meant to plug them, but I do have CDs on sale and they do pay for my food.
In the future, Ed would even honour them on his Desert Island disc selection.
And it's time for your fifth. Do you know what it is?
Nizlopi, yeah. Nice. This is a band that I was obsessed with. I was always front row at the gigs, and they invited me to be their guitar tech on tour. And basically everything from my live set, you know, the way I control my voice, the way I control the audience, the way I play the guitar, even the way I've used beatbox and stuff, this comes from this band. You're going to hear it. I'm really, really, really heavily influenced. And this is Flooded Quarry by Nizlopi.
Well, I followed my word and I followed my heart to you. And I walk these Welsh mountains going down, and I'm feeling it true, yeah. And you saw me coming with this bomb strapped to me.
Ed featured on SBTV, launching his career, and of course took great fame after 80.
I wrote this song when I was 18 years old. And when I was 18 years old, I was not playing venues like this. I was playing pubs in London. You'd be lucky if you had anyone listening to you. You'd be lucky if people were in the room coming to shows to hear the song. The song became a minor hit within the United Kingdom, and then I signed to a record company and became a major hit. And now I get to see the biggest crowd that I've ever played to.
White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burn lungs, sour taste. They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her days.
In 2025, he became the artist with the most UK #1 albums.
Ed Sheeran has now equalled Bob Dylan, Take That and the Stereophonics on the list of artists with the most UK #1 albums ever. The singer has scored his 9th #1 album with Play this week, according to the official
But the story for Nizlopi didn't end there. Luke continued releasing and offering his services as a vocal coach.
Is anyone super hungry for true love in the room?
One, two, three, go on!
I'm doing a few, just a few gigs. I'm doing a London gig, I'm playing my hometown Leamington Spa, playing Shrewsbury. The world that we're living in at the moment has so much social and environmental injustice, and it feels like that there's a hunger in people. Like we want it to be a lot better than it is, but also we don't see how we can affect that. But I suppose there's a faith in the songs that if we get together and we do our best, then that can be magical. You know, that actually is how we've gotten this far as a species or as a culture. You know. That's how all great things happen, is by going for broke and doing it together.
And last year, at the end of 2025, returned alongside Ed Sheeran for his celebratory play tour, where John and Luke, as Nizlopi, performed JCB's song, completing the circle perfectly.
Bruce Lee. Drives me round and his JCB on Luke, on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee.
Drives me round in his JCB, I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round in his JCB, I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round and we're holding up the lighthouse. Whoa, and me and my dad having a top laugh. Oh, whoa, and I'm sitting on the toolbox. Oh, and I'm so glad I'm not in school, boss. So glad I'm not in school. I said I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round in his JCB. I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round in his I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round in his JCB. I'm Luke on 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me round in his JCB.